If there was a murder,
What is going on?
then there was a murderer. The murderer is with us. And every one of you is a suspect.
And who are you?
My name is Hercule Poirot, and I am probably the greatest detective in the world.
This movie stars and is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who, if you didn't know, is the Colonel guy from Dunkirk, and he's the guy in this movie with the huge, super fake-ass mustache. Thematically and genreically, it is pretty much exactly what I was expecting. It is a mystery, little whodunit movie, and it is made in kind of an old-timey filmmaking style, and everybody has little exaggerated accents, so it's kind of, I don't want to say love letter throwback, but it is, the movie could have been made a few decades ago. And right off the bat, I'm gonna say Kenneth Branagh is awesome. This dude made the movie for me. The movie's packed full of A-listers, but the only other one who I'm like, oh, I like what you did, is Johnny Depp. I feel like the rest of them could have been played by no-name actors. That's not to say they did a bad job, that's just to say I feel like they are wasting A-list talent. Because a lot of the side characters are in like one or two scenes while Kenneth Branagh is interrogating them, but Kenneth Branagh is the main character. We are following him as he, you know, goes around and talks to everybody, figures this stuff out. And this dude is awesome. I love him so much. The movie all around kind of reminded me of a PG-13 Hateful Eight, and I know Hateful Eight is the one that reminded me of Clue, so I should just be skipping the middleman and saying this movie reminded me of Clue, but it was the mustache and the fact that it take place in a wintry, isolated location that I'm like, Hateful Eight. The movie's not nearly as good as the Hateful Eight, but it made me want to go watch it. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, maybe it's because I have to wear shirt and ties to work now, but I'm just like developing a taste for costume design and how somebody looks. And Kenneth Branagh, his tie is so nice, and I was staring at it the whole time like, that is a nice-ass tie. You know, he's in a little waistcoat and he's got his mustache, and if he's in a bowler and he's got like this coat with the little fur collar on it, it looks so good. He's a damn good-looking character. And his character is a French detective, so all he wants to do, this is his rest, this is his holiday. He just got back from a detective thing. He just wants to take a little vacation. He's reading his Charles Dickens book and laughing really sillily like hee 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 hee, oh hee 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 hee. Then when he's sitting in a cabin with one other person and it's dark and there's like one light and there's just like black behind him and his piercing blue eyes are staring at you, and it's an intimidating looking dude. If Kenneth Branagh was looking at me like that, I'd be running away. I wouldn't need to run, considering he needs a cane to walk. I'd be power walking away. But if they release a Funko Pop of him with his little bowler and his blue dots for eyes and the mustache and the tie and the cane and the coat, I'd buy the shit out of that. Now that I've spent too much time talking about Kenneth Branagh, let's actually review the movie. What I really liked about Murder on the Orient Express was the detective stuff, was the mystery, was the analysis of evidence, and the piecing together of stuff like if this cabin door was open at this exact time, it would have blocked this guy's view and somebody could have entered the room at this time. You know, that kind of critical thinking stuff. I liked following along with that. Johnny Depp has the least amount of screen time of anybody, but he's the second best character. There's a conversation between Kenneth Branagh and Johnny Depp at a table while they're sharing cake, and it is great. I loved it. And I know everybody hates Johnny Depp now, but that was the best scene in the whole movie, and I wanted to see more of him, and I was really upset that we didn't. Now, I like the physical evidence and the analysis of that and the blocking of how the murder would have been committed and who would have seen it at what time. That stuff I liked. What I did not like was the interrogations of people and how literally everybody on the entire damn train kept lying to Kenneth Branagh. And about like stupid little things too. It's like, why would you lie about that? That's not wrong. That's not illegal. Just tell him, for goodness sakes. And I feel like they did that so that Kenneth Branagh could immediately see through it and tell everybody how much of a piece of shit they were and how he's the greatest detective who's ever lived. And for a murder mystery, for the question of who done it, I did not find myself guessing or narrowing down suspects at all like I did with The Hateful Eight. I just kind of sat back and watched it because I knew the movie would tell me at the end, and because the movie kept artificially pointing to one person or another to try to throw me off, and it felt very, very manufactured. I did not like that. But I can say I was engaged throughout the entire movie. I did enjoy it. Kenneth Branagh was awesome. Johnny Depp, really wish I would have seen more of him, because he was awesome too, but the whole, like, oh, who did it thing definitely could have been done better. But I did enjoy the movie enough to where I can recommend it at about a $4 matinee price. I would say I'd give Murder on the Orient Express a 7 out of 10. Kenneth Branagh. No, I'm calling him Kenneth Branagh. His name was Hercule Poirot or something in French. I know it's Hercule, but I'm going to call him that because that's who I saw. But he kept telling people to straighten their ties, and I'm like, please, thank you, I do that, it bothers me too. Or when people have like uneven necklines, like in church, I'm staring at the back of somebody's head, and it's all like, and just want to like take a thing and get rid of it. Cause I'm like, I feel the OCD, dude. I do. I'm with you, man.